Good morning and good afternoon, farming friends. Today we're looking at a John Deere R4045. This is a model that was done back in 2015 by KMN Modding, and it has been leaked in various places since then. Um, from my understanding, Kevin didn't release it, but it was the model. Let's see if I can word this correctly. Okay, Kevin in-game this model. KMN Modding in-game this model for 2000 for FS 2015, and uh, somewhere along the way, it was either stolen or converted and released for 2017 without Kevin's consent. I'm not sure, but anyway, it's just one of those things that happens. Now Kevin has done various other John Deeres. Um, Two of the he's most recently done have been the 9R series, and he has taken the texture of green throughout all of the ones that he has done and got them all the same color. Now, with this particular one here, um, it does come in two different versions as far as wheels and what goes on the rear. You have these wider flotation style type wheels here, and then this one over here has the narrow care wheel type, setup. That also has the dry fertilizer bin on the rear, or spreader on the rear, whereas that one over there has a sprayer. The only misunfortunate thing about this that I have found so far is that with crop destruction turned on, you will indeed get crop destruction. So my best advice is that if you're playing realistically and you've got crop destruction turned on, then theoretically it should do something like this here. We'll get overhead and we'll just take a view. See how it's killing the crop. Now in real life, the sprayers that would, go into a field like so, wouldn't entirely kill it to the point where you wouldn't be able to see, any kind of plant material at all. However, here it just looks like there's weeds growing up in the dirt. It would more or less just kind of lay it over. And the only way that I have seen a setup like this with the wider tires has been on the dry fertilizer version, or if that particular farmer had been using maybe pig manure or chicken manure, cow manure, something like that out of a manure spreader on the rear. Let's take a trip over to the store and we'll get some specs on this, and then I can read the notes that he did release with this, because it just came out like today or yesterday. I forgot what. Now at the shop I do have some products sitting out that I was trying to fill everything up with, and I'm going to just help if I turn that on. Kindly just move this out of the way. Now, of course, in real life, if you could do this, then you'd be one badass dude or woman. As I imagine something that's got 2,000 liters of fertilizer in it, you're not just gonna push out of the way, not like that. But today is not about realism, it's about John Deere sprayers and how cool they are. Alrighty. So as far as the R4045 itself, $600. You saw that, right? You see how I had just clicked on it, was reading it off, and all of a sudden it just glitched out. My mouse is giving me a fit today, and it's causing conflicts with other things too. Um, it's been good. It's been dropped a few times. It's wireless, but I think it's about time for. It's a cheapie. It was like, I don't know, $16, but it's definitely time for a new one. Okay, let me try this again. R4045, $600 a day maintenance fee, 254 kilowatts or 346 horsepower. Holds 587 liters of fuel, 37 mile per hour, and as I have two owned. The sprayer itself is $20 a day maintenance fee. It holds 5,300 liters of fertilizer. It's a 36.6 meters as far as width. Now the spreader itself, I'm thinking it's actually narrower. It's 26 meters. $200 day maintenance fee. 10,000 liters of fertilizer, and you can do it 12. And whereas the other one was what? 12 as well. That's not too bad. Yeah, my mouse is giving me a damn fit. It I don't know. It just started acting stupid, and I had noticed it like 2 or 3 days ago, where the scroll wheel was starting to, like, if you were to scroll down, it would try to scroll itself back up, and yeah, it's about had it, and it's affecting my. I got a Satex side panel also, and it's affecting it because when you get in a vehicle and you select something, it shouldn't be trying to jump back and forth between the parts, like the implements that's on that tractor. If you had like a front loader, and then you had the front loader itself, then the bucket, and then a weight on the rear. If you select the bucket on the front, it shouldn't be trying to jump between the front loader of the tractor and the weight. It should stay on what it's on. And I had just noticed that starting to act up too. I was concerned about the side panel earlier because the side panel itself is brand new. I had just got it and was hoping that I wasn't going to have to take it back. But, I'll show you guys how this is purchased. You can say it comes in the standard and the wide tire setup. Now I'm not sure if you're good enough with the XMLs and GE and whatever, you may be able to take these tires and set them up where they would be, crop friendly if you had crop destruction turned on. But again, if you hired a worker or if you had crop destruction turned off, those are the only two ways that I know that you're gonna get by with not having what they would call like tram lines. So we'll buy this one. Buy this one. And you can see how they're set up as far as the wheels. Let's see. And I know I said I was going to get rid of this camera mod. However, it does help take some excellent pictures. And I probably could put the other one in, but I haven't gotten around to it. When we get in, the ladder is animated. It does have mouse controls as far as the wheels, so it can be, wide or narrow. If we get inside, Do not have no, oh. Oh boy. Now see, this is something that I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's on my end with my mouse being acting up or what. But it shouldn't be flashing like that, I don't think. 7, keypad 8, keypad 9. It's all like doubled. That's weird. Alright, let's check something real quick just to make sure to see if it's in fact. Okay, so it is something going on with the mod itself as far as the in-game menu. He may have something set up wrong um in the XMLs, but oh, so we do have an error. Now I wonder. Local action data. Huh. Now, the problem with that is I don't know if it's a conflict with this. However, in his notes, he did write. Let's see, seeing I've got a new model of this that I'll be in-gaming in the future. Yeah, he did say that, and I've seen, I think some pictures of it. It's just like a newer model of this one. Let's see, it's error-free and working good. I made new spec maps for it to color match the rest of my Deere stuff. Added all the hydraulic cylinders, wheel options, more details to the model and stuff I can't remember. Yeah, okay. So, either it's on my end, which I don't think because I don't think I've got any other mods in here. He's saying it's error free, and I'm not going to call him out and say he's a liar, so I'm going to say it's something on my end somewhere. It's a conflict of something somewhere. And input binding. Input binding. It's running something in a script. It's an input binding script. I don't know. I have no idea. The only thing that I could say is that Kevin's pretty good when it comes to his stuff, and if you in fact run into the same problem, then by all means, contact him, let him know. What else was I trying to do in here? It doesn't have any IC control. Of course, that could be something that he may do, later down the road. There's always that option. What I'm trying to do here is trying to get things kind of lined up to a degree. Then I'm going to jump over and fertilize some fields. But he does really good work on everything that he's done. And like I said, if something should pop up and he posts that there's a fix for it or something or another, I'll make sure to update any information given, because I know that not everybody uses Facebook. Not everybody is going to keep constantly coming to YouTube and looking for answers. But, I'm going to do the best I can to help anybody else out, because I hate to see anybody have any problems. Alright, so we don't have any flashers, which it almost looks like they should be mounted right there. Now, again, I don't know if that's something that he's going to add later. I have no idea. Let's see, what else we got here? We got lights. Front lights. Just don't have those. See, my mouse is doing that stuff. Don't have those working. We got rear lights. Don't have any hazard or four-ways in the front of any kind. Well, I just noticed that this model doesn't. The way that the sprayer is set up, it does have the front ones, but the spreader does not. Huh. Okay. And it does have the flashers on the rear on this one. Just kind of doing an overall check as far as lighting is concerned. Looks good. It looks real good. Alright. Enough fooling around up here. Let's get out here and get these guys going. So pull him up. Now it may not let me spray this field. It won't let me hire no worker. It in fact is spraying, I think. Yeah, it was. Now you could probably do this free-handed, or you could use GPS mod, which I do have. I just didn't turn it on. I'll tell you what we'll do, just for giggles. Let's buy this field. We'll move him over here. I'm trying to see if it's going to let me hire a worker or not. I have to try to test everything, despite who made the mod or whatever, because I want you guys to know if I see anything wrong or whatever. So it's not letting me hire a worker at all. Huh. Okay. Alright. Well, this field absolutely has no crop in it at all. Now, well, this one let me hire a worker. No. Okay. Turn the GPS on. Set. And we're off. Not bad. Not bad at all. If you're a Deere fan and you've been wanting the original version of this sprayer, then I think this is the one for you. If you're not a Deere fan and you're not interested in this sprayer, then, well, there's many other options. I just hate that the hire worker deal isn't working, along with whatever is going on with this F1 menu here. I don't think that it's on my end. I think it's, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. Not gonna worry about doing any more of this field, because I'm not gonna save this game right here anyway. Now if you were to come up to this field here, turn your GPS on. Yep. Go. Now, the thing about it is that, if you were running GPS and crop destruction and had no idea of what to do with the XML files to try to fix the wheels, or change the wheels, or anything else with the wheels, all you would have to do is just make sure that when you get ready to come and fertilize a field, this field again, or any field, that you get your wheels lined up in those tram lines as best as possible, and then set your GPS up and let it go. You should be golden. Some people like the realism. Some don't. Some think that it's, that it's kind of something bad as far as killing the crop, and that the sprayer shouldn't be doing it because the way Giants has theirs set up, it doesn't kill crops no matter if you got crop destruction turned on or not. However, I think there was somebody out there that had did a mod or something to turn the in-game stuff off. Now, if that's true or not, I have no idea. Now, me personally, the way it comes down to the mods and such is that, I'll openly admit that I had gone to various sites looking for this particular sprayer, and I have downloaded, I think I have at least downloaded maybe 6 or 7 versions of the same exact one. And the thing about it is that every version, something was different. One of the versions, I even went in GE and got those lights there at the bottom working. Now, you know, as far as the aesthetics, sure, if you want them to work, so be it. If you don't want them to work, then don't worry about it. If you don't know your way around GE, don't even bother. It's just it's not worth the trouble. Again, if he decides that he wants to do an update to this, then by all means, I'll actually do an updated video or something. Fold this guy up. Get him positioned up here so I can take a pretty picture for a good thumbnail. There we go. There you have it, ladies and gents. The actual John Deere R4045 by KMN Modding. The actual legit version from the legit creator. Originally made back in FS15. If you have any questions or comments regarding this, feel free to leave them below. As you guys see, I did do some decorating to the border. Obviously, if you're watching this, you're on YouTube, but I just slapped the subscribe thing up there. Not so much for it to be in your face, but if you decide that you like the content that I bring to the table, opposed to anybody else who kind of maybe sugarcoats things or, I don't know, over exaggerate stuff, then by all means hit that subscribe button. And as far as the Discord and the Twitter, yes, I'm on Discord. I don't really socialize too much on Twitter, but it's one of those things that if maybe people were a little bit more consistent with talking to me and stuff like that there, I may be a little bit more sociable. Every upload I do does get automatically posted there. So if you wanted to stay informed of updates there, then by all means follow. And if you want to talk to me on a personal level, privately or whatever, the Discord is open. The way if I remember correctly, the way I've got it set up is that if you join, there is like a 10-minute waiting period, or maybe it's 5, I can't remember. But it's just to filter any new people that may show up to cause problems, to filter those people out. If you legitimately want to talk to me on a personal level, that's the way to go. Or again, Twitter. But anyway, that's enough of me rambling on about all this. You guys have a good one. We'll catch you in the next one.